The unkillable is dead. The witness must be shaking in its boots, yeah? Oh man, you Guardians, you're always pulling off the unimaginable. I never knew the guy personally, but word on the street was Rolk had been the proverbial thorn in Savathun's side for, like, eons, really. But now, both of them are, you know, in the ground, which means nobody's controlling that pyramid. And the Scorn see the opportunity. Their control could lead us right back to another Rolk-sized problem. So, if you don't mind, maybe keep the place under our control instead? And who knows? Maybe in the process we'll learn something more about Rolk. Or even better, the witness. Good luck in there, friend.
What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Destiny. In the last episode, we defeated Rolk, the first disciple in the Vow of the Disciple raid. We've now spoken to Finch, who has commented on the Scorn moving on the pyramid now that Rolk is dead. We have also received a report from the evidence board that is actually titled, if I can go and find it, it is Report Pyramid Inspect, which wants us to complete the preservation mission and defeat Scorn to collect Hive runes. Today, we are going to be doing just that. The preservation mission is up here, selectable from the director just below Vow of the Disciple. They actually take place in the exact same area. You may notice as we go through this mission that we're going to be treading upon a lot of familiar ground. But the preservation mission actually has a dual purpose. One, it is, it makes sense. We need to go back into the pyramid to stop the Scorn from taking over the pyramid. But also, for those who weren't able to experience the raid, this is probably one of the only instances where you actually get a very good glimpse as to what's in store within. So let's do this thing.
Guardian, you're needed within the Throne World Pyramid. The Scorn have become frenzied at the death of the Witness's disciple, Rolk. They seek to take the pyramid out of our hands and use its power to capture the Throne World for themselves. One final, desperate attempt to win a battle they've already lost. Ensure it stays that way.
Yes, ma'am. We will be doing exactly that. So, yes, we need to get in here and we need to stop these guys. So we're going to be basically moving as fast as we can through all this, but we are going to be limited by various different things. And I'm going to use that. We got to kill this thing. But you notice, this is exactly how Vow of the Disciple started. You go in, you're fighting an aspect of Savathun. This is incredibly similar. I'm starting to wonder if there's a pattern here. Oh, it gets better than that. But don't you worry, this entire mission isn't just a retread. There's more to it, I promise. It's just that the start of this is a little bit of a retread as we make our way through this. So let me try to get an ignition going here. And if we can just take her out. There we go. Everything despawns. The door will open. And we may proceed. All right. Now, this mission is very obviously designed, instead of like the raid, where it's supposed to be for 6 people, this is obviously just designed for 1. This is meant to be a soloable activity. It is pretty much the same mechanics at least at the very opening of the raid, but made a lot simpler because you are going to be soloing it, and it's also kind of meant for more inexperienced players. So if you don't want to, if you haven't been able to experience Vow of the Disciple for yourself, you can at least play Preservation and get part of the experience. You won't get to do any of the actual proper encounters, but you'll get to at least see much of what the raid has in store as you take out different enemies. Now, same thing here. We have Pervading Darkness stacks that are going to slowly increase as we are ferrying this splinter along. This is going to be necessary for actually getting into the pyramid. We need to kill everything in here, but the main thing that needs to die is this guy, the Knowledge Bearer, because he is the one, once he dies, that is 1, going to take away your Pervading Darkness stacks, but 2, also cause all of these drops of knowledge to land on the ground. There's also our resonant runes that we're going to be getting off of killing the Scorn here. So make sure that you're doing that. And they're going to have little pickups that you can get as well. You notice they're kind of in the shape of motes. So make sure you grab those. That is 3. Overflowing knowledge is the most that you can carry, much like it was in the raid. So now, let's keep grabbing them. You can sparrow around here if you so desire. It is a little bit faster, so there is that. A little bit quicker than just kind of running around manually. I'm going to grab each and every single one of these. I don't think I jumped high enough to get that one. Okay, there we go. Got heightened knowledge, haha, making fun of the fact that I can't jump very well. Grab all 3 of these, and then it's just going to proceed, and we're just going to be doing the exact same thing that we did the first time. And this is actually kind of why I skimmed over that in the raid, is because this is the time where I'm actually going to show this part in full. Because there isn't really this isn't a very exciting part to go through when you're in the raid, but when you're, because you're just kind of all competing for kills, and as a group of 6, you're going to take care of everything out here very quickly and very easily. So there's not really a whole lot going on except for you're just kind of warming up. You're just killing some enemies and preparing for what's to come later. But here in Preservation, this is all it is. So you actually have a lot more to focus on, and you have to be a lot more diligent about killing everything in here. So, keep taking these things out. Okay, we're starting to get Pervading Darkness stacks, so that means that the big guy is coming. For this one, I'm just going to throw that at him and immediately take him out so we can get those stacks away. There is our first set of heightened knowledge, and we can absolutely collect these while enemies are shooting at us. We technically don't even need to kill everything here. If we wanted to get the splinter going like immediately, we could just do that, but I'm obviously not going to do that because that would not be the smartest idea given the circumstances. I'd rather not have everything under the frickin' sun shooting at me while I'm trying to take a nice slow ride off to the pyramid. So, going to try to at least make my way through here as legitimately as possible. Hello there, guys. Let's get rid of you. Okay, almost got it. That is overflowing knowledge. Okay, where is the last one? He's down here somewhere. There's actually 2 of them. Okay, perfect. No heavy for me. Oh, no, I think I did get some heavy. Okay, cool. We will take that. Let's drop that in there. What else is here? Gosh dang it. Get out of here. You're so obnoxious. All right, 3 more to grab. We got 1 up here on the log bridge, 1 down below, and then 1 up on the cliffside. Here we go. That's all 3. Letting those orbs despawn. I probably should have gotten those sooner, but alas. All right, let's continue. Now, since I'm not going to have the super for this one, and I'd actually like to save my heavy ammo a little bit, what I'm going to do this time, and also, yes, some screeds are going to spawn as we're going here. Make sure you take them out. What I'm going to do this time is I'm actually going to try to get an ignition going on this next big guy. So take him out. Remember to pop those shields. That gives you turnabout, which is really, really nice. Now, the reason I'm using the Amit here is specifically for that quest where we're supposed to be leveling up a weapon after shaping it, which we should be able to get done here. Okay, for this part, where is the big guy? There he is. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to dodge next to him, hit him with that, and then another one. Oh, he didn't cause the ignition? Wow, apparently I killed him too quickly. That bombardier bomb was just too strong. Okay, well, never mind. That was a little bit easy. I do have snipers shooting at me, I believe. Since I have 7 shots here, though, I'm just going to do... If they stop moving around, I'm going to just do that, and hopefully that gets all of them. I think it did. Okay, we've got overflowing knowledge. We're good. Let's dump that. I don't think I picked up this last one because I was already at overflowing. Grab each of these. It's always going to be 3 trips. Every single time it's going to be 3 trips. Walk out, go back, drop it, come over this way, head over here, grab those, and then come back. Like I said, Sparrow does make this easier if you want to use it. Just be aware that you should probably take care of everything in the area first before you get back on your Sparrow. And there we go. Okay, we got more enemies off in the distance. I'm actually going to fire another one over there and take a few of them out. I think I killed another Screeb there. We got this guy kind of moving to the back here. Get out of here. Thank you very much. Let's get one for all going, because that is pretty much all of my damage here, and it's really good damage at that. Oh, hello. Pardon me. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, for these guys, I am absolutely going to throw out a super. Oh, yeah, just sweep the field. Look at that. That was beautiful. Okay, now I can start grabbing all of these pickups here. So let's do that. I'll just kind of use my knives from here because they are very simple to just spam over and over again. So there we go. Oh, apparently I didn't get my knife back on that one. I think it's because I threw it out too early before like the internal cooldown of like half a second or so gave me my knife back. So that would be why. Like there's a cooldown. There's a cooldown to give the knife back, and then there's another cooldown to like tell the game that, hey, on the next knife, you need to give the knife back. And I think that second cooldown is what wasn't done yet, because you can't just be absolutely spamming things that have trigger points to reset. Like, you can't always be doing that, especially with certain abilities. And if you do spam it, that's what's going to mess you up. So you need to have a little bit more rhythm, a little bit more cadence when I'm doing stuff of that degree. You know, while I go up, I'm going to put a shader on this thing because I don't like looking at its basic colors. Let's see here. Ooh, I like that. Let's go with Stalwart Tenant. Yeah, that's a good color. That's a good color. Cool. All right, let's keep going. Taking these guys out. How are you not dead? Thank you. All right. Take all of you out. Okay, one for all. It's still going. I'm just going to kind of hug this thing. Now, granted, I think I specified this in the raid, but I just want to make sure. You do not get Pervading Darkness stacks until the Splinter parks, essentially. You are fine until it's pretty much stopped. That's when you're going to really have to worry about getting those stacks. Let's do that. There we go. That's the ignition that I was talking about. I should have dodged first. The Bombardier's stacks are a lot more potent than the knife stacks. So now we can start grabbing these. Just grabbing all the far ones first, since they are the most out of the way and obnoxious to get. Where are you going? Get out of here. Okay, perfect. I know there's a few more things over here. I'm going to make my way this way. What's up, guys? Here, have that. And that killed all of them, I believe. Not too shabby. Grab this. What do you think you're doing? Oh, no. You guys need to get out of here now. Perfect. Okay. That's another 3. Last 3 to go. We still have one more set of these to grab, and then we are home free after this. But we're close. We're really, really close. Now, yeah, like I said, you don't need to be hugging the Splinter necessarily. I'm going to dunk that, and what I'm actually going to do... Oh, I missed one, apparently. I thought I was overflowing all 3 times, but I guess not. Okay, well, now we'll dunk this, and then we'll be able to move on ahead. So let's drop this one in. And there we go. Okay, now I can move. It tried to spawn another one. Did you see that? You can't cheat me. I saw your game. Let's take out those. And then, ooh, good job, Wolfpack rounds. I didn't think you'd reach that far, but you did, and that works out for me. Now let's take everything out here. I know we got snipers over there. Let me get rid of them really quickly before they all decide to despawn. Okay, good. And notice that I was able to clear everything out before this reached its goal. I have a super for the next big abomination, so I'm going to use it on him. I believe he spawns right here. Yes. Okay, there we go. Pervading Darkness stack's gone. Now we can start taking everything out. I'm going to drop that there. I think I got somebody with that. And then, of course, I missed my knife like a absolute freaking genius. All right, cool. Let's grab those. I'm not even needing to use my healing grenades right now because I just feel a little bit too overpowered. Here, have that, everybody. Okay, that should get rid of all of them. Now, we'll just grab the rest of these for overflowing knowledge. Okay, 3 more dunks. I would use my Sparrow to get around here, but the problem is that most of these are up high, so trying to do that would just not make the most sense. I'll get those ones last, actually. Let's grab these 2 here. And then we'll get the 3 that are kind of in a straight line over there. Very, very last. You see them? Yeah. Just kind of shining up above. And of course, as soon as we dunk these, more enemies are going to spawn. You can absolutely choose to ignore them if you want to. I am not going to because I am trying to level up this Omet. So I would like to get more kills if possible. So let's hop on this thing. And as we proceed ahead, and as the Splinter proceeds ahead and goes to open the door, I am going to start getting some kills here. So there are some that spawn up here really quickly. They instantly move on me. Let's get them with that. Perfect. Okay. Now I can start killing everything down here while I get to work. Of course, I missed again. Man, I am just awful with my knives right now. Kill the Screebs. There we go. One more left. And I think there's just another Screeb way over there. Let's kill him. Then I can spare to the end. And I do believe it has already gone inside this thing, so the doors should be ready to go. Let's head on inside. Okay, this is where things are going to start to change a bit. Now, you remember that that was the end of the opening encounter in Vow of the Disciple, so next is going to be the... and I forget the actual name of the encounter off the top of my head at this moment, but it's supposed to be the first encounter, the Symbols encounter. Not this time. You obviously can't do that without a group because of the callouts necessary and the fact that you need to be guarding the different obelisks and whatnot. Doesn't work that way. This time, we are just going to be killing lots of enemies that have flooded the area that are, well, it's going to be a bunch of scorn because they are trying to take over this pyramid. Now, obviously, Vow of the Disciple itself had a lot of scorn in it. Honestly, IMO, the only issue that that raid has is that it's a lot of scorn, but even that is just, like, it's very doable. You can deal with it, but now that the Scorn are masterless and leaderless, and also, you may notice something else. See how the upended, the giant obelisk upon which Rulk sat, was once powered by this worm. It is now dead. Yes, that is the mother right there, and we'll talk about her a little bit more later on, but she has unfortunately perished after, well, I don't even know if it's unfortunate, but she has perished after the death of Rulk. Now, you can still take a look at the symbols in here if you want to activate them, see what they're each called. See, like, if I activate this one, and be, oh, that one's called Scorn, and go up to this one and be like, oh, that one's called Tower. You know, things of that nature if you so desire. Yeah, there's also the activations to get yourself secret chests and whatnot. All pretty cool stuff, but we're just going to be moving on. You cannot get a secret chest in this mission, by the way. So here we go. So ignore that. We don't have to worry about Traveler. We don't have to worry about Pyramid. We don't have to worry about any of the symbol callouts this time. We are just going to kill. Kill, kill, kill. And this is where I'm actually going to get my Radiant and my Restoration going because I am definitely going to be using it in here. So let's try to take these guys out one by one. And we're just going to keep our stacks all going. I think okay, the explosion is what killed him, so unfortunately it did not give me my knife back. There we go. All right, I'm going to take you guys out. Luckily, the Wolfpack rounds can't hurt me. So if I can just take these lurkers out, we should be good. Let's continue to proceed. I think there is someone behind me. Apparently, I missed a lurker back there. There we go. We're doing fine. We got more ground to cover in here. Another boss. Oh, hold on. Let me get rid of that real quick. Let the blast do some damage to these guys. Here, I'm going to hit you with that one. And that's a lot more heavy than I could ever need, thank you. Where's the big guy? There he is. Let's get rid of him with that. Wolfpack rounds will take care of the job. More stalkers. There we go. And now you'll notice that there is actually a singular symbol that is floating above. You do have to pay attention to this. We need to find the door that has that symbol above it. If you remember correctly, that is stop. Okay? And this is actually on the other side of the arena, actually very close to where my obelisk was when I was running in my footage in the raid. So just a moment. It's actually, I believe it's the door like immediately to like the, like kind of to the right of it, if that makes sense. Also, have I already picked up enough of, let me check this really quickly. Check my thing here. I do have enough resonant runes. Okay, I already got all of those, so I don't have to worry about picking up any more. I was wondering why they weren't dropping for a while. I didn't realize I was going to max out on those so unbelievably quickly. That's good, at least. At least it's not going to, like, ask for multiple runs and whatnot. Get him with that. Perfect. Okay, time to get to work. Let's get Radiant going. So we can do additional damage. There's my level up, so now I can return to the Enclave and see what comes next for that. We're going to take this Abomination out. Radiant plus 1 for all is some pretty crazy damage, so that is nice to have. Got myself another harsh language there. I'm pretty sure I have 1 for all going at that point, so I can take him out. All right, we got another Abomination down here, but he is not an orange bar, so he is very easy to deal with. You got a lot of Screebs in here, so make sure you take them all out, or otherwise you're not going to have a very good time. You will be dying very quickly. They love to swarm them at you. So there we go. Let's get them. All right, this guy in the back, he can go. Perfect. He is very, very dead. Now we can head on out. And as we do, more Screebs are going to spawn. And they're going to be like right in front of the door too, so make sure you take them out really quickly here. I think eventually they do despawn, though. And I don't know why that is, because you would think they got put there for a reason, but nope, then they just despawn them for some reason. All right, now we can proceed out of this room. and into what is actually the final encounter for this mission. We got 3 big chieftain bosses in the back, and we need to take them out, and they have a lot more health than the yellow bars that we have been fighting up to this point. So let's start getting, let's start doing damage here. Get Radiant going. There we go. Not bad. And these stasis-wielding guys are going to be spawning a lot, so keep that in mind as you go through here and kill everything. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to take you out. So, oh, that was one of the worst blade barrages I've ever seen, and that was entirely outside of my control because it just decided to go all over the frickin' place. All right, let's start using some Gallarhorn shots here to get some damage in. I'm getting all sorts of heavy for this too, so that's pretty good for me at least. All right, here's more of those guys. Let's take them out. Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out. Okay, that was really close to me being frozen there. Okay, let's get rid of that. Still working on these guys. Like I said, they have a lot of health. So let's hit them with all that. There we go. That's a pretty good combo. Can I get rid of you, sir? There, that's what I like to see. Okay, now we got 2 left. And once you eliminate a chieftain, all of the enemies... Well, I was going to say all the enemies on his side are supposed to stop spawning, but I guess I was wrong about that one. Glad I was immediately corrected by that, to be honest. If I'm going to be wrong, I'd rather be wrong immediately than later. Okay, let's do that. Take him out. Those Wolfpack rounds take care of the rest. Now all we have is this guy. Let's get him scorched and then hit him with another one so I can get an ignition going. And then hopefully that guy is like stuck in immunity, and that is kind of unfair. Hopefully he gets out of that soon. Wish him well and all that. But that should do it. And there we go. We have beaten Preservation.
The pyramid once more. You will undoubtedly be needed again when they return. In the meantime, do not rush away. The pyramid holds many secrets yet. Information that could prove useful to our coming fight against the Witness. Do not delay.
Indeed. So you notice how it's giving us 1,500 seconds to explore this place. That's important. Let's walk up to this thing and let's examine it.
The Upended. A title suitable for that which turns worlds upside down. When I was still uninitiated, I would stand guard at my post. I would look to the sky and see the 2 sons of my Lubre. One eternally shaded in the dark, the other always a brilliant blue. And in them, I had seen the folly of our kind. A fear of something we believed bigger than us, and a reliance on that which kept us. That blue sun that we harnessed our power from. A simple reversal of that power cracked the blue in half, shut it off, and Lubre died. I did not know it at the time, but it was necessary. And now that Savathun has trapped me within these walls, it will be necessary again. My witness. Whether I survive Savathun's betrayal or not, the Upended will ensure we salvage our perfect goal. The final abyss awaits us all.
And who is that but none other than the voice of Rulk himself. He has a lot to say about his plan with each of these pieces of dialogue. And I am going to be including every single one of these. I'm sure I've split this video into 2 parts by now. I apologize for making this so long. I forgot how long this mission can get sometimes. But we do have many things to go over when it comes to Rulk. So I would like to get each of these pieces into this episode, or I guess this second episode, so you guys can learn a bit more about what I think is one of the most underrated and interesting characters in all of Destiny.
Conqueror, many called me. Again and again I heard this word, lobbed my direction not with admiration, but with malice. Not a conqueror I would respect. respond with glee. What then? They would ask. I do not tell them, my witness. As you so graciously taught me, I show them. Just as I did in the unholy den of those starving worm gods. I'll not forget the stench of their rotting flesh, or the way they cowered as I drew near. But they soon learned I was not to be feared. In the end, I left them only a promise of sustenance, and in return, they became chattel for our greater purpose. Absolute finality. And as I walked away, their fountainhead in tow, I could hear them whisper with respect. Subjugator. Puppets, all of them. Every last krill, every last hive. I once believed in a higher calling as they do. But you know that. You rescued me from that. Eternal appreciation doesn't even scratch the surface of what I owe you for the gifts you gave me. I know you hoped the krill would see it too. We tried. We really did. But we had to let them struggle. All because of a belief that purpose had finally found them. Given them strength to conquer an oppressive home world. How else were they to grow? Their loss, however, is for them to grieve, not us. We will continue forward. Greater purpose awaits, my witness. When I stood on that precipice, watching the only world I knew collapse under its own weight, I was prepared for the splendor of abyssal eternity. But you brought me forth, my witness, freed me from the world that imprisoned me, made me see the ultimate truth, one I could never see alone. That on my planet Lubre, who I was, where I was, what I believed mattered, all amounted to absolute insignificance. I keep this mural not as some worthless sentimental reminder of what I lost, but of the opposite, of what I gained. Power. Truth of the inconsequence of most. Control over the universal strings of fate. For all this, I am eternally grateful, my witness. It was your infinite wisdom, my witness, that led me into the planet's great sea, and face to face with that which was believed to be unbeatable. You instilled in me a true understanding of wanton domination, not for pleasure, but as a means to achieve our absolute finality. When I reached the creature known to some as the Leviathan, it laid its thoughts bare. Turn from the deep fearmonger, it relayed. I know what you seek. Press on, and you will drown in it. I do not drown. I spoke with a defiant tongue. In a mere infinitesimal measure of time, I held a rib of this beast in one hand, and pushed aside its maimed vessel with the other. I rise.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Destiny. I hope you all enjoyed it very, very much. We have done it! We have stopped the Scorn from taking the pyramid, but they will try again, and we can always come back here to Preservation to stop them again. Now, the Disciple and Preservation and everything interconnected is honestly some of the coolest stuff that Destiny has ever done. I adore what they are trying to do here with this character. I love Rolk and just the idea of this being that is just so unbelievably powerful, and yet the only reason we are able to defeat him is because of his own hubris. Like, under any circumstances, if he were to ever take us seriously, he would absolutely crush us, and there would just be no doubt about it. He's just somebody who has been so powerful and so strong and so satisfied in everything the Witness has given him for so long that he just kind of lets it go to his head. And yet he is really, truly, quite possibly the second most powerful being in the universe after only the Witness itself. And that's kind of scary. That's kind of crazy to think about. And just as an idea, as a character, as a look, I freaking love Rolk. I think he's so cool. I think everything surrounding him in the pyramid ships is so cool. I love all of this iconography, this imagery, and it makes for some of the best stuff in Destiny, and really does, I think, highlight why I love Witch Queen so much, even more so than the campaign itself. As good as that is, as wonderful as all that is, where I think it really and truly culminates is in the raid, is in all the creepy imagery and all of the just the ideas, the implications here, the fact that Rolk has subjugated and murdered billions and billions of people, conquered tens of thousands of planets across star systems. Just thinking of the absolute genocide that this being has committed, and we finally were able to put a stop to it in Vow of the Disciple. And that is only a fraction of all of the damage that the Witness has caused. And, well, Rolk and all of its disciples have caused, so. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode very, very much. The next episode, we are going to return to the throne world, and we are going to get back to it, particularly with the Altars of Reflection, as Savathun deigns to give us some insight from her perspective on things as we start to head towards the end of this expansion, although we still do have one big quest that we need to wrap up before we do that. So, with all that said, I will see you all in the next one.